stuck.
Uh-oh, is it a new chapter?
I'm relieved that you succeeded in protecting her. But dangers... conflict that can... Please be careful. Let us now act.
Yeah, I would highly recommend this game to anyone that has access to be able to play it.
Just in case.
Absolutely. Especially if like these kinds of games are anything you've ever had any interest in.
Yeah, and it's still, I feel like we say it every single week. It still blows my mind that this is a 3DS game.
Oh yeah.
With how much detail they put into everything. Ooh, victory! Chapter 5 is victory.
Oh, we're in chapter 5 already. Wow, we're coming right along.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes I feel like it's going slow, and sometimes I feel like it's going fast.
It definitely seems to jump ahead at times too. Like there'll be times where
it's like, all right, come on, let's get along with the story. And other times you're like, oh, that was fast.
Right, because I think there's only 6 chapters, right?
Maybe. Whose victory will it be? That's a great question. It's obviously going to be the man in red. Everyone knows Stock. He wears red. No one else wears red in this game.
Right, except for Rosh.
Yeah, that actually is true.
Gafka's hat.
Gafka's eyes at one time.
You're right.
You said this place was important to you somehow?
Backstory.
I lived here a long time ago. Back before I met Mark.
So Marco's like the best friend that like
you know how there's
can't
tons
go,
of mercenaries
but
here?
can't get like
He's
that
like
won't go on a
stuck
date
in the
with
friend
like
zone.
Rainy.
Right.
Yeah, he's friend zoned real hard.
Poor Marco, I feel you, man.
Ones that got dragged into fights between Alistel and Granorg. The war raged on an awful long time, with nobody giving a second thought to the civilians there. Most of the people who lost their homes drifted to sickness, since it was neutral ground. You're looking at one of them.
So it's just pretty much like the war's
My mom and
destroyed
dad
tons
died
of little
protecting me
villages,
during
and
the battle.
everyone goes here.
I drifted all over the place with the rest of the adults afterward. And wherever we went, I got treated like a big burden.
I hear that, Kiersey's. I don't have
Not
time to play all the games I want to play either.
The people
Oh, I know. It makes me sad. And that's my midlife crisis, by the way. Some people buy sports cars. I'm gonna like take 2
Just
weeks
take a
off
month off and just play video games straight.
Exactly.
It sounds bad when you call it a city of drifters, but I think a lot of people, when they got here, felt...
Well,
I mean, I would totally do that.
It's gonna be the one thing that is a major positive for when I have this hernia repaired. I'm gonna be off for like 2 months.
Oh man, I'm gonna be tired of seeing you online.
Yep, everyone is, and then everyone's gonna be like, I'll get like a following in that 2 months, and I'll be like, what happened to him? I'm like, oh, he went back to work.
Oh, he went
like
to his
me
real
to get all
job.
touchy. You don't do so well with. You don't seem like the type would.
I do. I plan on making a serious dent because the reason I have to have this surgery again is because I went back to work way too soon with the previous 2 surgeries. So I'm doing it right this time, man. I'm taking the full. I already told work. I said whenever I lose enough weight to make this happen.
How fast did you get back to work last time?
4 days.
Excuse me.
I don't know why. There was no reason to.
Yeah.
But yeah, I told this job.
Oh, here it is.
Oh, is this your thing? Mimel?
I was going to ask you the same thing.
She has something to do with the best ending in the game.
Yeah.
So.
In a restaurant in Alistel.
Yeah.
I'm very surprised to see you here. I can't believe it.
Oh, look how happy Marco is.
I mean, I'm only here by coincidence, too.
Yeah.
Hey!
Here you go.
Oh, maybe it's not right now, but she has something to do with a bad ending.
Here you go.
Man, I want to spoil it because it's so funny, but...
No. Hold it in.
Right. When you knew some of the characters involved for it, at least. So I guess everyone in town is gonna like love us now since we killed a giant spider.
That's well earned.
Alright, so everyone hates Hedge, it seems like.
Yeah, we'll be seeing, we'll be hearing from him again, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's why I said they dismissed him in such a way that, yeah, he's definitely not going to come around again.
Right.
I could adjust my party. Yep, okay, I'm not going to adjust my party. I don't have anyone else.
Back to the original 3.
Yeah, let's go see Papa Garland.
There you are, Stark.
You wanted to talk to me.
It's about Diaz.
Didn't you cancel your audience with him?
No. I decided to meet with him after all.
Yeah,
What's going on here?
Don't be so defensive, Stark. Hear me out first. I am going to see him, but that doesn't mean he'll get a warm welcome.
It sounds like you have a plan.
He got nowhere trying to crush the resistance before. Which means he's headed this way because he's desperate. If so, I have a pretty good idea what tack he'll take.
Okay.
He'll claim to want to parley, but he'll come in force. I'm sure he'll bring his best units in the guise of bodyguards and rob Cygnus blind. People that dangerous mustn't be allowed into the city.
First,
Oh, definitely.
now you won't let him in the city. Which is it?
Yeah, stuff hit the fan for sure.
Yeah, there's. I don't want to ruin it for you if you're gonna if you're gonna play the game.
Yeah.
But I'm going to do it
But,
in the Northern Anatolia wasteland.
It's just, it's good. I don't know how to say it. Like, it's stuff has happened, and if you're gonna play it, I don't want to ruin it.
It's a
I'll
long way
spoil it
off.
if you want me to, but
Are you trying to shield Cygnus from any danger?
there's a lot of stuff happening in the world.
Partly that.
Yeah,
So,
things took a
kind
serious
of-
turn.
We've kind of turned the super generic way is we've kind of turned our back on Alistel because we found out that there is a way to stop permanently the desertification, but
It wouldn't be wise to let
we
any
might
Granite
need to
efforts
do
too
it
deep.
without the country's backing. I guess is that a fair way to say it?
But partly.
I mean, yeah, without going into too much detail, I think
Yeah.
that's probably the best way. Yeah.
The whirlwinds of the Northern Anatolia wasteland.
Whirlwinds.
The spot I chose, a lot of them. And one will be kicking up there before long.
What a jerk.
I'm
Without getting into specifics, since it's a handy thing to have in a pinch, there are signs. But back on the subject, we're going to take
Yeah, and like, it's not even like it'd be like a minor spoiler. It was like a very intense portion of the game that all that stuff happened.
I guess I'll also reiterate this point. It is a time travel game, but it's kind of like a forced time travel. It's more like parallel timelines, and it puts up roadblocks so you can't get way too far ahead of one timeline. The first time I played through it, I was kind of disappointed with it. I didn't like it too much, but then I think about it more now, and it doesn't bother me at all. Because if you think about Chrono Trigger, yeah, you can freely travel through all the times, but it puts up those hard blocks where you're like, okay, I have to go to 75 million BC,
Right.
or I have to go to the future to get A, or I have to go to 1000 BC or AD to get this MacGuffin. Like, it also puts in those hard locks, but I think because there's more options than just the two, it feels a lot more open than this. Is that probably fair?
Yeah, well, and then the it's just presented a little bit differently, but this has the, like, if you think about the
I want you to protect Cygnus.
like the time travel in Chrono Trigger, it's
Is it-
still, no matter what time period you're in, it's still linear. Like, now that I think, like, when I go back and I think about that, like, the
Won't-
time that passes when you are in that timeline, that time has still passed. You can't go back to the beginning of that
Yeah.
era. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fair.
Whereas
And it's
here,
also,
you're
it's
actually
also, I feel like, go ahead, sorry.
no. I was saying that
him as a
Like in this game, even though it has like that linear presentation, and like the parallel timelines, when you go back in time, you're legitimately back in time to before any events or your own interactions occurred.
Would become easier.
Which is interesting.
And I was gonna say, even with the time travel aspects of Chrono Trigger, nothing changes except the 3 or 4 things they want to change. Like, I feel like when you do certain things like this in this game, like, if I do something in this timeline, the other timeline, the guy might act a little differently or talk a little differently. Like, I feel like it actually affects more than just the story aspects like Chrono Trigger does.
Even
Right.
from Granor. Does that make sense?
Alright, so he's saying he wants to meet Diaz in these windstorms that he knows are coming, and that he doesn't, so he can defeat Diaz.
Now it's your
and I
turn
have to
answer a
protect
question of
town while he's gone because the city trusts me.
Will you do as I ask and protect this city?
Oh, never mind, I have to make a decision. Okay, what am I doing?
I feel like I am concerned that if Garland goes out to meet this guy, that his whole force will get turned into sand.
So what do you want? So do you want the bad ending first then?
Yeah, let's do the bad ending. Let's do Stay in Sagnus. Right? Or no? Which is the...
Can't. Oh wait, was I pressing the wrong button? I was pressing the wrong button, never mind.
Oh, that makes sense.
Alright, so I'm gonna stay in Sagnus.
Alright. We'll protect the city.
Oh yeah, and you don't get punished for getting bad or getting the wrong endings, Kyrces, if you're wondering.
Ah, good.
If you want to get all
it adds,
100%, you have to get the bad endings.
I was gonna say, it adds to our completionist status.
Hurry.
And some of them are kind of funny, so... Oh, that looks awful. You know why, don't you?
Looks like the rain of arrows has stopped. Damn it. I didn't expect them to bring along ballistas.
Oh, never mind. Why is Ricky with him?
What the heck is Ricky doing there? And why is he giving advice? Did he take Hedge's place? Ricky's the new Hedge. He's going, shut up, Ricky!
Stop it. The enemy is on their way to finish us off. If we retreat now, not only will Cygnus become a battleground, it means they'll move their force out of the path of the whirlwinds. There's nothing.
I'm a man.
The whirlwind only a moment. We need to hold out until then.
Okay.
Well, my instincts actually were correct this time.
So it did work. The whirlwinds did destroy his army, but he also died.
Right.
Death.
Well, I guess that means Stock is the new king of Garland.
There you go.
You
Or the king of
returned.
Cygnus.
Let me say I don't.
What did I say?
You said the king of Garland.
Oh, yeah, no, the king is Garland. I know what I did there.
Have to find another
Stuff.
just in case.
And just
Never give up, never surrender.
Alright, let's go do the right ending. Okay, make sure they all say new. Don't say new anymore. How many notes are you on, Kyrces? Which one are you playing, the DS or the 3DS version, too? Because there's a big difference in my opinion. The voice acting adds a bunch to the game, to me at least. Alright, I'm gonna lead the way this time. 3DS, okay.
I'm sorry, but we can't.
What? Not even for me?
Let me explain.
Your best friend?
Isn't exposed to danger. You should wait in Cygnus for as long as possible. We'll go on ahead to the meeting spot.
You're on PC, excellent.
What?
Nice.
To step into yourself?
I feel like, yeah,
I
this is
love
like...
this man! Bring him some wine!
Get him drunk before he goes off on the mission.
Yeah. Yeah, there he is.
All right then. Prepare yourself to head out.
This tardiness is inexcusable. What is keeping them? Accursed Garland. First, he demands a new meeting ground at the 11th hour. And now he expects a guest to tarry in this desolate place.
It really is. Like, I feel like if, you know, if you have the opportunity, this is definitely the way to experience this game for the first time.
I think, honestly, you have to play it this way now. I like this game way more than I did the first time. The voice acting, especially with Stock more than anyone, it adds, like Stock feels like he's just such a cold jerk if you just read it, but the voice acting makes it feel like he's actually has emotions and stuff.
He's human.
Yeah. There is Hedge.
And you are... Ahem.
This guy, Hedge is gonna meet a goofy demise here.
Yeah. He's probably gonna be one of those guys like, here, I gave you the information, now give me my money, and he's just gonna kill him.
Yeah, 100%.
That's quite an entertaining fable you've laid out. Not at all. Out with it then. Not at all. Very well. Will this suffice?
Stab.
Ahem.
Oh man.
Now then, what is this priceless information?
I assume it's Erica?
Ahem.
Oh yeah, okay.
Did you say Erica? I had presumed the princess's transgressions to be a silly little game of hers, but...
You know what I do like also? That this game is clearly made for at least people that are intelligent enough to read words, because like transgressions isn't like the hardest word in the word in the world, but like you don't see that in just like normal games.
Well,
like,
Right.
you know, they've used other words. I'm like, I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, they've definitely broken out the thesaurus.
Yeah. Yeah, it does help with the flow of the voice acting, for
it
sure.
would be folly to take the princess to a battlefield. They'd leave her in Cygnus. Aha! He chose this particular location for the conference out of concern for Princess Erica.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, for sure.
I would lay coin he will not.
Yeah, the writing is very good so far.
Very
I
much.
agree.
It's very intelligently written. Yeah, like not
Yeah.
even just the big words, but
I almost feel like they had the story before, like everything written out before they even thought about making a game. Like it feels like I could be reading this as a book.
right.
Ah,
Oh, your
But-
price is death.
you there. Give this man his reward.
Oh.
Don't mention it. There will be only one class of peasant I won't abide. Do you know which? Gutter rats like you. Deploy soldiers to Cygnus. Put them on the
Who
watch
could have
for any
expected
movement by
that? No one.
Garland. Once we have disposed of him, Cygnus will surely fall. Archers, ready the usual. We'll demonstrate to these desert folk the terrible might of the Diaz Knights.
Hey!
What's the matter, Ricky? You're awfully timid today.
I'm 4 years old. So how did we know that whole thing
Every
happened?
terrain, whether plains, deserts, or wilderness.
Or do we not know that?
I'm
maybe-
guessing
oh,
we didn't know
so-
it. Yeah.
So I assume that's why when Garland goes, and if we pick Garland to go, that's why he gets attacked instantly.
Right.
Because Hedge went there and he's like, "This is bullcrap. I'm gonna attack Garland then."
Sure. We'll be outnumbered.
So that's why with us going now, it's gonna change that
We'll have the geographical advantage.
Except
because
that
we're
they're
stronger.
like abandoning the meeting place now and coming straight for the city.
Yeah, that's what it seems.
More we can count on. A whirlwind's coming soon, and it will pass directly over the...
So, nature itself is on our side. There are many ways to fight a battle against men, but nothing can hope to win a battle with nature.
That's right. Though, we're still up against Granorg's soldiers. It won't be an easy fight. It must be fought regardless. So enough belly aching. Get ready.
Garland's so good. A lot of these characters are very likable and they're very unique. They made a lot of very unique characters, I feel like. But they're not unique to like. There's a character like Garland probably in half the games I've played. I feel like that, but I don't know. He just seems different in this type of game.
We'll lower their
Right.
We can't until your main force arrives. Erica,
Well, because I feel like you rarely see a character with the word king in front of his name that acts in that kind of a manner. You know.
Yeah,
it's
that's
too
true.
dangerous for you
Most
to
of
go
the time,
near
it's like, grunt A, like a Rosh type character would talk like him in your party, not the king of a country.
I appreciate the concern, but I don't believe I'm so weak.
Still.
And if I beat Diaz and his men, it will be a show of strength for resistance.
This is fair.
I'd take the necessary step to dethrone my... take back my country.
Is she,
about that.
Is she dead in this timeline? I think it's the other timeline.
She's got you beat, Stock.
Oh, maybe. Oh, I think you're right.
Stay and she ends up
Because
following
Diaz
us
and the other
anyway.
guy
That'll
betrayed
be
her.
even worse for us.
Don't listen to Kiersey's. We're not talking about the game.
Best that
Then I guess it's settled. But I will expect you to obey orders in the field.
Of course. Thank you.
Is everything ready then? I'm entrusting Princess Erica to you, Stark. I'll be leaving here before the whirlwind happens. We'll launch a joint attack when I get there.
Good luck to you, King Garland.
And the same to you.
Kapla!
The time has finally come. We're facing Diaz.
Alright, who should my party be
And I
for
doubt he'll
Diaz?
make a
It's
move
probably an
without a
important
plan up
fight.
his sleeve.
I liked Rainey and Erica actually,
Okay.
own trick up our sleeve with the ambush.
but I mean, will that be effective? I don't know that was effective against smaller soldier types. You know, like it worked really well against the giant spider, but
True.
you'll be lacking
figure it
in
out.
tactical movement strikes.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Like, I
Let's
like
trust
using
in
Odd,
King
but I don't know how
Garland's
big the...
plan and our own
Odd's
strength.
so hard to use because she's so good with her traps, but like, if stuff can't be moved and stuff like that, then she
So,
like instantly
Are
becomes a
you
little
coming with
weaker.
us after all, Princess?
Well, I think Rainey for sure.
It's Diaz we face.
Well, you may not have a choice actually. Is Erica gonna force herself into your 3-party? No,
I
I
don't
guess.
feel like they
Had a
forced
feeling you'd
anyone
say
on
that.
us, and honestly.
All right. But if you ever feel like you're in serious danger, head back.
Understood.
Leave it to me.
Like, we always take the whole party with us, but I don't feel like they've ever forced, like, you have to use this exact party.
Right.
They're just
Why
walking
are those
around.
guys here?
They're like, why are we in this desert again?
Why does
I don't know.
why does Rainey always give away her position?
Slant?
Yeah.
So they always planned on attacking.
Still, they're way ahead at the gate.
They know about everything.
How?
What was that?
Oh no! Fire! Over
I wanted Stock to be smart enough to be like,
Sickness.
it had to be Hedge or something like that.
Right.
Right. We need to return to Cygnus.
Cygnus.
The town, answer me.
It's key.
Ricky's just like, I killed him.
I will now be King Ricky.
What'd
Is
you
that
say?
Erica?
Who are you gonna kill? Come on, scum! Say it again a little louder!
Alright, Rainy.
Yeah.
A bloodied armlet. Oh,
This armlet.
thanks. Oh, it's what's his face? It's Hedges.
Strategist? Are you talking about Hedge?
That snake. He sold Cygnus out.
And then we got his bloody arm back.
What did you do with him?
The Diaz Knights must have fallen on hard times with their corpses.
It was a trophy.
It's true. This crafts.
That's true. Yeah, like even if like a little something gets spoiled here, like I don't feel like it's gonna ruin anything that you've got upcoming for sure.
Back here!
Yeah. Lots
Are
of
you
cool
all
stuff.
right, King Garland?
Damn it. I should have dealt with him
I
properly.
guess that the more I play this game too, I feel like the higher it gets on my list of favorite games.
Yeah, like and filling in those pieces is always a lot. I mean that it's gonna be very rewarding. I bet. Well, you know,
Like
I would hope so anyway.
low in the desert. I'm the ruler of my subjects, after all. They come before any vendetta with the enemy.
Yeah, you can get back at them someday. Right now, you gotta make sure your people are safe.
Yes. Stock, what will you do?
I have something to take care of.
Oh man.
All right. You seem to have some sort of plan in mind. Be careful.
This must be difficult for you, Stock. I didn't think they would target Cygnus directly.
They knew about the plan. That's why they ignored us and went for Cygnus.
So then, what will you do now?
Oh, I know why he said that. Like thinking about like all the stuff is.
First, let me ask something. This armlet belonged to Head. Is a chronic holder involved with his betrayal and death?
That's right. The presence of the Black Chronicle can still be felt here.
Simple. I'll prevent Hedge's betrayal before it happens.
That's what I thought he was gonna say.
That should do nicely. Will come in handy for that.
Hedge's own possession, huh?
None will prove his death more concretely. Well then, take care.
He'd be revealing himself as a time traveler though, right?
Maybe. Oh, there's that again.
Oh, what does she know?
Hey, buddy.
Damn. My city burned. It's all my...
Don't be so hard on yourself. No one could predict that Hedge would go this far.
Yeah, no one.
noticing what others don't. Reacting accordingly. Isn't that what protecting one's country is all about? Damn it. Some king I am.
Wrong button. Alright, let's talk to Ricky. Oops, I totally skipped that. Alright, so he blames Hedge too. Alright, let's save a burning village. Then let's go talk to Hedge and show him his bloody armlet.
By the way,
Alright, I guess here? Oh wait, that's after we killed the spider.
well, he left after that, right?
Yeah, so it probably... This is the hell the spider is slain, so it'd probably be before that? Right?
Did you have to kill the hell spider again?
No, I'm gonna talk to him up here. I think he's up here. He's right here.
Ahem. Ahem.
Alright, well, it's not this time.
I wonder if you have to find him outside of, like, after he leaves.
Let's go to... Let's go when we first get out of jail.
Stop!
Oh. I forgot I have to do these fights again if I do this. I have that super armor now too, so...
True. You're a better, faster, stronger now.
I actually am all three of those things.
Yeah.
I am faster. So if you want to watch a way to get a super optional armor way earlier than I probably should, you can watch the VOD of this Kersees.
Too slow! Burn! Too slow! Burn!
Oh, there's my double turn coming up already. I don't think this is probably the right time I'm supposed to be at. I feel like most of the time the game's pretty generous with, like, when you have the time travel, it's not like, alright, we'll go through these 28 boss battles in a row again.
Yeah.
It's finally over.
Because, like, I feel like if you talk to him right now, it'd be like,
Yeah, let's leave.
I would never betray King Garland.
Yeah. Let's go to when after the spoilers came, I guess. I guess, that's right.
That would be my guess, yeah.
Oh yeah, because he didn't dismiss him right away. He dismissed him right after we killed the spiders again. Oh, wait, what did he say?
I don't have time to be taking detours.
Oh, do I have to fight the spider again?
No, you already did. I
Speak to
think.
Garland about releasing Erica from prison. Where is King Garland? Oh, he's coming in from the town. Or he's coming in from fighting a spider outside the town. With
Right.
Hedge. Okay, I thought Hedge was already gone by this point. Okay, yeah, we're stopping him now.
Don't even think about it.
Oh man.
Who's talking?
Papa Stock's coming. With his shield he never uses.
You're probably on your way to sell Garland out to Diaz. But what's waiting for you there isn't worth it.
Here, this is what it looks like. Oh, okay. I was mostly joking, but okay.
It's proof that I can see into the future.
Hey, he told him kind of.
And
Wow.
like you is especially clear.
What was that?
What?
Well then, how do you expect? But your life. Keep heading towards Diaz and try your luck.
We just have ruined his day more times than we can like process.
Alright, easy peasy. So that means we can go up again like we were planning.
You've returned, Stock. I'm relieved that you succeeded in protecting her, but danger still lurks. A new conflict that concerns her. Let us now...
Yeah, they already did
Just
all
in
this.
case.
Okay, I just want to make sure they weren't saying anything special. Alright, we did all this. Do I have Erica in my party? I do. Okay, let me unequip. Who has these? Is Erica? Okay. Never mind. Erica and Rainy, so... Okay. I am a big fan of being able to skip cutscenes you've seen before.
Yeah.
It's huge. I mean, I'm sure there's some games out there that don't have that. So, did we use the Chronicle Dungeon? We did use the Chronicle Dungeon, and it's not as grindy as I was expecting it to be. Some of it's a little bit, but some of it's not too bad. Getting a big combo is a nice thing.
This tardiness is...
So let's skip ahead and see if it's different. Okay.
Every terrain, whether plain...
Yeah, so like
more
if you
we
get a
can
big
count.
combo, so like we would try to purposely move everyone down at the bottom and have a giant combo at the end because it adds to your experience you get at the fight, and
So,
it adds
nature
to your
itself
how much
is on
money
our
you get
side.
at the end of the fight. But in there's
There
no
are
money,
many
just
ways
the
to fight a
equipment
battle against
grind.
men,
Right.
The
The
points
main
grind.
force will be
So,
staying in.
It
I
went
am-
relatively fast, actually.
It did. It was like a half hour, maybe an hour total. Maybe like an hour and a half between both times we did it. I like grinding. I just know it's not very fun to watch someone grind, so...
I have to not know that I'm grinding, like the Dark
Well,
Souls games.
Even there, it didn't feel like... I mean, I knew we were grinding, but it didn't feel like, oh god, it's just... Well, towards the end, I was like, okay, I don't want to do this anymore. But mostly because it's not fun to watch someone do it. But then again,
What's the matter,
when I
Stock?
played Final Fantasy V, people watched me run away from 255 battles, and my chicken knife was strong.
Oh. Just making a quick survey for any enemies. But never
You had
mind.
a lot of viewers for your running down a hallway stream, too.
Yeah, I ran down a hallway for 3 hours or whatever it was.
No.
That literally took 3 hours.
Yeah, because I
won't run
didn't
either.
expect it to take that long. And I found out if you save and reload your game, you have to do it all over again.
Very well.
Are you serious?
Yes, you have to do it in one sitting.
Oh man, can you imagine if you had quit right when you were planning to do so?
Is a small.
You were like in the 800s at that point.
Well, yeah, I was in the
Very.
700s, and I was like, all right. That's when I asked when I was like, can you just tell me how many steps it is? Because I don't want to do this again.
Dion's Knights
Right.
of the Wasteland.
It was
Let's go.
888 if anyone wants to run down the hallway in Everhood. Alright, let's set our party up. Oops, nope, I don't want that. Then let's make sure the equips are right. Yeah, so like these things you can get from that the Chronicle dungeon, and they're not super broken, but they add +4 attack, +4 magic, and +1 speed. So it's a nice, well-balanced thing. And
Would that
+1
crystal charm be useful for Rainy?
The which one? The lizard one?
No, the one that you put on for higher magic.
Probably. You know, I might buy. Oh, I'm gonna buy. Why didn't I buy this for her? Why didn't I buy? I mean, it's 10 magic. It's not a ton to lose. Maybe I was waiting because 7,000 is kind of a lot. Same with this for him. Well, I can teleport back here, so. Yeah, like some of this stuff is like, it's good, but it's not so game breaking that it's going to. Let's see if I actually. Yeah, +6 magic. I'm actually gonna buy 3 of these then. Or yeah. Because I mean, it's that'd be +6 total for
Right.
For her.
Wow, which would put her in the 90s.
Yeah, she'll lose 2 speed, but that's okay.
That's not that much, actually, considering.
There we go. Hope I somehow didn't equip it right. There we go. Man, Stock's so broken right now. He's a true hero of a game. Ah, man, this thing is so tempting. I'm not going to. I love having speed in games.
I think it's worth it because you'll end up with higher combos and more
Well,
damage.
he's not the main damage dealer per se.
Yeah.
It's an ambush.
Still.
Yes. Diaz's bowmen must have brought them along.
They had such large-scale weapons ready to go.
Then they were planning to attack Cygnus from the start. Either way, we must if we don't. The main Cygnus will be able to advance.
They'll find us more slippery than they expected. The main force will
I'll
be
press
sent to
R
us.
and disappear, and they will not be able to see me. They're a terrible aim. I'm not even moving, and they can't hit me.
The arrows are
Find and destroy those ballistas before the main force arrives from Cygnus.
Yeah, you're like standing right in the open, like.
And be cautious of the arrows while you're at
The
it.
more actions is really good, yeah, for sure. Yeah, the armor you get, the armor that's like late game that we got way earlier, adds 5 to your. Oh, cool. If I get hit by these, I'm assuming I take damage, which is kind of a nice touch. Oh crap, I missed way bad. Oh, they actually surprised me.
Hey, I got this!
Oh, hey, thanks for trying to steal though.
Yoink.
Take this!
Oh, Erica took a beating that hit. So let's push. Nope. Left. G-fire and holy sure. Oh, I was gonna be like, he didn't move. Why aren't you moving? That's like a really strong counter.
I won't miss.
Well, I mean, I knew he had counter, but I still thought you could move if you had counter on. Apparently not, so don't try to move people if they have counter on.
That's interesting. I think I had asked that question way back when we first started playing this game. Actually, if there was if like you ever encountered enemies that were resistant to those movement abilities. And that was always a big guess.
I know that like the big enemies you can't move, which makes sense.
Right.
Here you go.
But I didn't know that if you're countering, I guess you can't move. I guess.
That's kind of a nice touch, actually.
Here you go.
It makes sense. I mean, if you're countering an attack, you know, you should. God, these things are hitting ridiculously strong.
You won't escape.
So he didn't counter when I G-fired, so let's just use magic on him.
Leave it to me.
Oh, he's dead already after one hit. Whoop, that was a waste of a lot of magic. So is there any characters you do and do not like, Kyrces?
Obviously, Kyle is the best character.
I love Ott. Aw, leave poor Kale alone. He's the only dead character in the game. I like Ott.
Well, and I've said before too that she's probably the character I would undervalue the most.
Yeah, let me rephrase that. I like Ott a lot. She's a really cool character, but she's like if the battle isn't set up for her, like she's really hard to use good.
You got this.
Oh man, your turn.
Surprise Kitty has appeared. She's trying to eat my hand.
You don't need a hand. Alright, here's the test, I guess, to see if these guys can move if they're not countering. Okay, if they're not countering, you can move them.
You won't escape.
I'm just gonna go crazy with my magic and just heal up after this fight, I guess.
Yeah, stealing. Definitely was you know, very helpful when
I definitely have not been stealing as much as I probably should.
It's weird. It's one of those abilities that like is always good, and for some reason I'm just like maybe I'm just bad at tactics, but like I always undervalue. I almost never use them. Like in Chrono Trigger, using Isla's charm ability. Like I never used it before, and then you would.
And I'm like, hey, you can steal. Oh. I'm like, hey, you can steal speed charm or speed tabs. Can I attack this? It's boss music.
Like I ended up getting some really cool stuff from certain enemies.
Wow, this thing had. That thing did not have as much HP as I was expecting. Can I kill them both?
You won't escape.
No, you're too weak. Yeah, I tend to. I think actually stock has steal though in this, so it's not like. It's not like you have to use Ott. Yeah, he has steal too.
Oh wow, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, stock has everything. He's the hero.
Well, he can learn.
God.
He learns everything in minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll learn that
Sword
he can learn everything in minutes. Stuff that takes people lifetimes to learn, he can learn in a minute. Let's area heal, I guess.
You okay?
Let's be pro or be conservative. Let's be proactive, but be conservative a little bit. Yeah, I like the more I think about it too, I really do like the battle mechanics of this game. To just like, it's a fun change of like compared to other games. I feel like
just like hitting the attack button over and over. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know you can't just like spam your magic; you'll run out. But it's cool to be able to move stuff, and you know certain characters are useful because they can pull or they can push left, and other characters can't. So like certain characters at certain points are more useful than others. Like Ott's not going to be useful to try to move ballistas, you know. So
right.
Well, Marco actually is decent in as much as I give him crap. Like he has those support skills of like raising magic and stuff like that. So
right. Plus he's also, you know, a very tactical character. Like if you're, you know, because he's got a lot of the movement powers too, right?
He has pull, he has left and grapple, which you can pull forward with. But a ton of characters can't pull forward, so that is kind of nice.